You're in the working world, but it's time to start thinking about retirement. What are retirement annuities and how they work? Hopefully this video will help you demystify them. I put together a nice slide deck to make sure that they are easy to understand. Enjoy. So we're going to have a look at retirement annuities today, and just a precursor before we get started on the slides. They are available for download directly from the website, so you don't need to take notes. You can simply read and listen to me as we go through them. Let's start with a definition of what a retirement annuity is. A retirement annuity is a retirement fund established in terms of the Pension Fund Act. It is an investment platform with some tax benefits that allow individuals to save for their retirement. It is different from a company or pension or provident fund due to the fact that RAs are usually set up by individuals, not companies. Therefore, it's suitable for individuals who are pre-retirement. Effectively, what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to put money away for retirement. You're not going to be getting an income in retirement. You're going to be retired. So this is an opportunity for you to save so that you can get an income in retirement. Let's understand some of the basic facts. You can contribute towards a retirement annuity in lump sum amounts or on a monthly recurring payment, so debit orders or something like that. All contributions towards retirement annuities can be invested for growth, but must comply with Regulation 28 of the Pension Fund Act. Effectively, what that means is you can only have up to a maximum of 30% of the underlying investments in offshore funds. Whilst the funds are invested within a retirement annuity, no tax is paid. There's no income tax, no capital gains tax when you are invested in a retirement annuity. However, and I take caveat on this, tax is paid when the money comes out. So when you retire and you're now drawing an income, that is when you get taxed. So it's not tax-free. Tax is just paid at a later stage. An individual with a retirement annuity can contribute a maximum of 27.5% of their annual salary towards an RA, up to a maximum of 350,000 Rand per annum. So if you earned a salary of, I put there, 1.272 million Rand per annum, 27.5% of that is 350,000 Rand. That's not to say that if you earned a salary of 2 million Rand, you couldn't contribute more than 350,000. You would only get a tax benefit in that year of 350,000 Rand. What would happen, let's say you're a wealthy guy, you're earning big bucks, and you put 500,000 Rand towards a retirement annuity in 2020. That would say you would get a tax benefit in 2020 for this tax year of 350,000 Rand, and then you would have something called a disallowed contribution of 150,000 Rand. And what that means is that when you do come to retire at retirement age, when you decide to draw down an income, the first 150,000 Rand is tax-free. So you would get a tax benefit on the extra amount that you allocate to a retirement annuity. Not a lot of people are aware of this, and if you are wealthy and you are looking to go put money into retirement annuities, you can actually have a period. You can take out a retirement annuity, make disallowed contributions, i.e. contribute more than the 350,000 Rand in every year. And how that benefits you is that when you do retire, you're not paying as much tax. So it's quite complicated, and if you don't understand it, not a problem. Chat to a financial advisor, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you out. But something to be aware about, as it can really, really help you out. So I said there, individuals who contribute more than 350,000 can do so and will not be penalized. And in fact, the benefits for this individual from a tax standpoint, when it actually comes to withdrawing the funds at retirement, is the time at which they get that benefit. All contributions towards a retirement annuity are tax deductible in the year that the contributions are made, just like I said. And access to retirement annuity funds can only happen when the individual turns 55. The earlier you start saving for retirement, the better. But when you contribute to a retirement annuity, kiss that money goodbye until you hit 55, because until then, you're not going to get your hands on that moolah. Don't think about it. So at 55, great, you can then start unlocking the funds. There are other ways to get it. You either have to be very, very, very ill, and you have to prove that with doctor's certificates as well, and then you can unlock it, or you have to financially immigrate. Essentially, you have to leave the country. Those are the only other ways that you can get access to that money. Looking at, going on to the next slide, when you do decide to retire, you do have options. You can either take 1/3 of the retirement annuity out of the pot that you've saved, or you can take the full, leave the full value and buy a life or a living annuity. Your retirement annuities have to be used to buy a life or a living annuity at some point in the future. There is another video on life and living annuities. I strongly recommend you understand how those work. But let's get back to retirement annuities. Let's say you want to retire and you want to now take 1/3 of the money that you've saved in retirement. You do get taxed. When you take 1/3 of that money, you do get taxed. However, the government has given, at the moment, you are given an exemption of the first 500,000 Rand being exempt from tax. So if you had a pension pot value of 1.5 million Rand, 1/3 of that is 500,000 Rand. You could take that entire 500,000 Rand and you wouldn't have to pay a cent in tax. However, anything above that, as you can see from the table on the slide, there's a sliding scale and you do have to pay tax on that. And then, as I say, the remaining funds in your retirement annuity, after taking whatever portion you decide in cash, must, and I say that again, must be used to purchase either a living or a life annuity. So that's important to understand. So those are essentially the basics of retirement annuities. I've listed there a couple of pros and cons. The pros are you have the ability to lower your annual tax payable per year by the amount that you contributed to your retirement annuity. There's no tax on investment growth whilst your RA grows, and it forces you to save for retirement. So those are all very, very good things. The also downside, you can only get access to it when you're 55. When you get access to your funds, you can only access 1/3 of the retirement annuity value, and the rest must be used to purchase a living annuity, and you do get a tax exemption of 500,000 Rand. When you are invested in a retirement annuity, you have to comply with Regulation 28. Tax is still paid on annuity income. So you've been saving all of this money in your retirement annuity. You now have to buy a life or living annuity. Life and living annuities are taxed. So you get tax benefits whilst you're saving, but when you come to draw down the money in retirement, you're taxed. So in short, you never have full access to your money, but that's because you're saving for retirement. So government makes it really, really difficult for you to actually get access to that money. So as I say, you either have to be very ill or you have to financially immigrate. I really hope you found this video interesting. If you do find it interesting and educational, please share it. As you know, I'm passionate about educating people about their personal finances. Thanks very much for watching this video, and please make sure you watch some more.